Hey guys, what's happening? It's Richard here. Welcome to another exciting, exhilarating Friday episode of Comics. Sure, if you follow me on any other website besides YouTube, like Facebook or Twitter or something, you probably read posts of mine that said that comics was going to be a little late this week for a good reason. But I just didn't want to jump out of my groove of, being able to upload videos on a scheduled time, and, I didn't want to fall back onto the old, upload whenever I want or whenever I can with crappy video quality type stuff, because I hated doing that. So I decided, what, I'll just release one episode and then I'll do another one with the planned episode. So there's going to be 2 episodes of comics this week. At least there should be. But anyways, focusing on this episode, episode 1, I am going to be doing a movie review for you guys. And the film I'm going to be reviewing is the latest installment of the X-Men franchise, The Wolverine. So here's what the film's about. I don't want to get too into detail about it. I'll just give you the basic plot. Though I will say right now, this is not a spoiler-free video. I'm just going to go ahead and review it. So The Wolverine is set after the events of the original X-Men trilogy. So at this point, Wolverine, he's experienced all the crazy stuff from X-Men X2 and X-Men Last Stand. And when we first see Wolverine, he's basically like a mountain man. He's basically like, he could be a part of Duck Dynasty, basically. And he's got a full-on beard, his hair's grown out really long, he's living in the woods, just trying to be in solitude, be by himself, and he's a drifter, I think him and Superman from the beginning of Man of Steel might have been wearing the same clothes. Maybe they met up at one point, they're like, hi. I don't know, they exchanged outfits. They're weird like that. And out of the blue, this red-headed, mysterious Japanese woman comes up to Logan and says, well, I need you to come back to Tokyo with me. And Logan, he's basically like, no, I'm not, I have no reason to go to Tokyo. I have stuff to do here. I'm not going with you to Tokyo. But, like any other movie, he ends up going to Tokyo anyways. So he finds out the reason this woman was sent for him is because this old man who's on his deathbed has something for Logan. He has a present for him. And Logan and this old guy have a history. I mean, they met in the past during this big war. I don't remember what war, you probably would figure out just watching the movie. I'm an idiot, so I wouldn't figure it out. And during this war, a giant bomb went off and Wolverine saved this old man's life when he was a young kid. So this old man now, who's freaking wealthy, decides to give Wolverine a gift. And basically the gift is death. In exchange for Wolverine giving the old man life, he's giving Wolverine the ability to die. He's going to take away his healing ability. And not kill Wolverine. I mean, take away the healing ability, but allow Wolverine to live out the rest of his days as a normal person. Granted, it's he's going to be a regular guy who happens to have an adamantium cloaked skeleton, but hey, he's still a regular guy. And Wolverine's initially, irked by this. He doesn't want to do that, but it ends up happening anyways. And then lots of crazy other stuff happens, all this other stuff happens, action sequence take form, and that's your movie. So first, the awesome stuff, the stuff that I loved. The action sequences in this movie are just brilliant. They're so amazing. Though there is times when they do the shaky cam action sequence, which is effective, but if you do it too much and you're too crazy with it, then you can get a headache. And this movie's in 3D, so if you see it in 3D, be warned, you will have some eye fluttering going on, because that's what happened to me. But other than that, no, the action's pretty cool in this movie. And the movie has that like a samurai movie tone. And so, I mean, you get that kind of fun, awesome samurai action. It's not over the top, but it's awesome, is what I'm saying. Best action sequence by far is the bullet train sequence that you saw in the trailer. It's funny, but it's also really cool, and I love it. It's the best fight scene in the whole movie. The other thing I really loved about the movie is performances. All the performances, for the most part, were awesome. I mean, it's Hugh Jackman, he's Wolverine. I mean, he's along the lines of actors like Robert Downey Jr. or Ron Perlman or Wesley Snipes or any of these other actors who've played comic book characters and perfected them. Hugh Jackman is Wolverine, and this is his best performance by far in any movie he's been in as the character. All the other actors were fantastic. I really believe their characters. They all did a good job. I could tell they did a great job because, I mean, the more emotional scenes in the movie, like the scenes between the characters in their conversations or more emotional stuff, it all really, came together really well. And when it happened, you felt it on screen, and it was great stuff. And also, the overall tone of the movie, it fits Wolverine so well. I mean, you know, they're really leaning on that PG-13. They're almost on the verge of an R rating at times in this movie. And, I mean, that's totally appropriate for Wolverine. So now that I've talked about the stuff that I liked in the movie, here's some of the stuff that I didn't necessarily care for. First and foremost, I'm going to say it right now, there's no point to see this movie in 3D. There's literally no point in see this movie in 3D. In fact, I'm just going to take these 3D glasses off because there's just no point to watch the movie that way. It's just, not that it's terrible 3D, just there's no point in it. Just like most 3D movies don't really have a point to be 3D, this one definitely doesn't have a point to be 3D. So if you can, try to see this movie in a regular theater. You know, don't spend that extra money for the 3D, there's no point to it. Another thing that I didn't really care for, while the story was interesting and cool at times, I don't think all of it really came together very well. There were aspects I was kind of questioning, and there's other aspects I thought didn't really make sense, and I was like, okay, well, what's going on? It doesn't fit. Another thing I didn't really like about the movie is I didn't really care for the Viper character. I didn't really care for her character all that much. But you know, that's really the only things that kind of irked me about the movie, and that's what kind of makes me say this movie's just solid, good, fun summer entertainment. I wouldn't say it's the most amazing movie this year. I wouldn't say it's the worst movie this year. It's like, I would say if there's nothing else in theaters worthwhile and you want to kill some time and you want to have fun, do something with your friends, go to the movies or something, I definitely suggest go see Wolverine. And that's more for the casual viewer. I mean, if you're a straight up hardcore X-Men fan or a straight up hardcore Wolverine fan, this movie is made for you. And I'm not necessarily that, so maybe that's why I didn't love it. But I can definitely see people going into this movie who are X-Men fans and are Wolverine fans and just loving it. My friend I saw it with, my friend Joe, who's a massive Wolverine fan, loved the movie. Show in the comment section below, did you see the Wolverine? If so, what is your thoughts on it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And as always, don't forget to like this video. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, directorscutradio.com, Tumblr, and Vine. Links are all down below, except for Vine, because I don't really know how to do that part yet. But try to follow me on there if you can. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like what you see, and favorite the video, because I like it when you do that. And I'll see you guys sometime later this weekend with another episode of comics. And trust me, you're going to want to see it. A good friend of mine will be in it. Bye-bye, guys.